Today I'm here with Kenny Cheek, and I'm so happy that Kenny wants to share his testimony of what God has done in his life. Welcome, Kenny.
Thank you.
Has Jesus been good to you?
Jesus has been so good to me, it's just unbelievable.
Wow.
It really is.
Yes.
So,
And your life has not been only, well, it's been a bit ups and downs, haven't it?
it's definitely had ups and downs. A lot more downs up until I, a certain point in my life. Then it's all been up. But there's been a lot of downs, a lot of, I'll call it darkness.
Yes. And sometimes we can talk about that darkness because when we come to the part when Jesus steps in and changes everything, that gives Jesus even more glory. So let's start with these dark years. How did it all begin?
Okay. I was saved quite some time back in my life. Okay? I gave my life to the Lord, okay? And I was serious with everything, and I'm ashamed to admit that, just like so many other people, okay? But it's no excuse, and it bothered me, it really did. I turned and walked away.
Yes.
Okay, and I know, okay, the Lord was still there, okay? Hey, he still got his arms are open. Hey, I'm right here, okay? But I chose to walk away due to, I guess, my younger life and everything is drugs and stuff.
So you gave your life to Jesus when you were quite young.
I'll say in my 20s.
In your 20s.
20s, 30s. But.
And then, sadly, you walked away from the Lord, and you ended up in a really dark place with drugs.
Drugs, alcohol, prison. It's just, it's nothing that, I wouldn't want anybody to experience, okay? Because I started at a really young age.
Yes.
And it's just...
And when you started it, was it because you needed it, for anxiety or anything like that, or what was it that drew you into drugs?
To be honest with you, I don't know, because I was just a kid.
Yes.
Okay. I can faintly remember. Okay, I know at 11 years old. Okay, because my friends was older than me. They were all, like 2 and 3 and 4 years older than me.
Oh, okay.
I ran with older kids, and then they ran with older people, and then so you I can remember 11 years old smoking pot.
Oh, really? So you got access to things that no kids should be around because you had older friends.
I did, but not through my family, my mom, my dad, my stepdad, not through any of them. Okay,
no.
It was through the other people that I met, and other kids and stuff, and. And stuff. So, like I said, I remember smoking pot when I was 11, but I would be, I just, well, at least I'm not doing this.
Yes.
Okay? I'm not taking pills and stuff, okay?
Yes.
It didn't take long. I found myself taking pills, doing acid. And,
yes.
And then I go, well, at least I'm not on hard drugs. Okay? And,
so that was always the excuse. There is someone doing worse things than this. You could.
Yeah, okay. And I was looking at, well, I'm not doing this, okay? Okay. And then I'd find myself not long after that. Maybe a year, maybe 2. Okay, I was doing that. Okay?
Yes.
And it just kept escalating and building, and and I was just like, man. And then I just.
So you would say that, how would you say your early childhood was? Did you have?
I had a good childhood. Yes. I did. I was. I'm not going to say I wasn't raised in a Christian.
No.
Okay. Family or but I wish it would have been, but that's neither here nor there. I wasn't beaten. I wasn't abused.
No.
But I had a good childhood.
Yes,
but I made the choices.
Yeah. So you had a quite good childhood, but not a Christian one. But you ended up in the wrong company from an early age.
Yes, I made those choices. Yes, I could have. But when you're young like that, you're not thinking, okay, well,
No.
hey, I need to stay away from these people, okay?
No.
'Cause, I mean, yeah, but, and then I'll just straight up be honest about it, okay? I can't remember if I was 13 or 14, but I kept graduating and getting worse and worse, okay? So, like I said, I ran with people that was older than me, and they ran with people older than them, and we lived out in the country, okay? Bedford and Colleyville, and it was country then,
Yes.
okay? And I can't remember if it was 73 or 74, but I was 13 or 14. I found myself in Arlington, Texas. And everybody in the room's doing drugs. I mean, we're all smoking weed, and they're shooting up. And I had somebody hold up a syringe and say, "Hey, you want to try this?"
Wow.
Well, I'm not going to be a puppy. I'm going to run with these big dogs, okay? I mean, so I said, yeah, and he goes, I'm going to warn you. He goes, if you do this once, you're going to do it again. I chose to do it. He had no right because, I mean, I'm sure he was probably in his 20s.
Oh, yes.
I was either 13 or 14.
Oh, you were a very young child.
And what he was right.
Yes.
Yeah, I did it again over and over and over and over and over and throughout my entire life. But what he failed to tell me was, when he said, you will do this again, he didn't say, it will ruin your life.
I understand.
You know, some crime, drugs, person.
Yes.
You know,
and the crimes were there to make money in order to get the drugs?
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, some of them, yes. But, you know, so I'd go to prison. I hard hit and didn't really learn nothing and get out and mindset go right back to the same thing.
Yes.
So I had a hard head, and it took me several trips to learn a lesson. And then I thought I was being smart, but I was being very foolish.
Yes.
Okay? Figured I'd get out, get a job, work, stay at home, pay my bills, and what money I had left, I could just do a little bit.
Oh, you thought you could
I
control it.
thought I was being wise, but I was being foolish. Okay?
Yes.
You know, but there's something there, okay? I could walk out, I could see the sunset and everything. There was that something there, okay? I mean, I liked the drugs and I didn't, but I could look at the sunset and I knew, I don't know, I can't explain it. I know God did that.
Yes.
You know, that's right there for me,
wow.
right now to see, and I know it. It's beautiful. You know.
You saw traces of God in creation.
You know, I mean, even, okay, I don't know. I don't understand it, and I don't think anybody else can, unless they've actually been there. I mean, but I could still see the traces of God's goodness and everything. It's the beauty, and I don't know.
And maybe that was such a big contrast to the life you were living also.
I don't know. It's, I look at the road I've traveled and where I'm at now, and it's just, wow.
So,
thank you, Lord.
Yes, God has been good to you, Kenny. Yes. So tell me, because I don't have any experience of drugs, but I understand you can, once you get it, it's stuck with you, and you want more, and you cannot control. You might have the illusion that you can control it and take a little bit, but it's actually controlling you.
It takes complete control. Okay, yes. I don't know. Some drugs are physical. Okay, and literally you got to, after you started them, you got to have them. Okay. I've done just almost everything there is. Okay. But it's a lot of them, which amphetamines and cocaine and stuff like that. It's a mental. It's a mental addiction. It's not a literally physical addiction, but I don't know. There was just yes, okay, that's all I wanted.
Yes,
and it definitely controlled me. It controlled my life. Okay, and with drugs comes other things, in which they open other doors, and I mean, just darkness.
Yes, and you would you say that you were a slave under this?
Yes, definitely. I was a slave, okay? And, I mean, well, like I said, I started out young smoking pot, and I said, I like this, and there ain't nothing wrong with pot.
Right.
And, well, anyway,
and
there is.
One thing led to another.
And it just kept snowballing and growing and getting bigger and bigger. And yes, very much so.
Oh, and we can see how evil the devil is. He really wants to. The thief wants to kill and steal and destroy. And you've seen that in your life.
He's done it.
Yes.
But he didn't. He doesn't have the final
no, not the final word.
He does not. No, he's because like I said, I turned. And I really feel bad about that. And I've talked to the Lord all the time.
Yes.
Okay, and I've told him, and he knows, because he knows my heart. He knows everybody's heart. Okay.
Yeah, he does.
He knows, each and every one of his children. He knows them. He knows, he knows everybody. And,
yes.
He knows I'm sorry for walking away. So, but he didn't. He didn't. He was still there. Yeah. Arms open. Hey.
You walked away from him.
Return, come back.
But yes, he didn't walk away from you.
That's right.
So what happened after these years and years and years in just going deeper and deeper in darkness? What happened?
Well, my second wife got sick. COPD, okay, and she wouldn't quit smoking, and it took her life, okay?
Yes.
After that, I finally got on disability. She told me, she said, I know what you're going to do. She goes, when I die, I said, that's what she said, okay? It's just when she passed, okay? She goes, I know what you're going to do. She goes, and after you've done it for so long, she goes, you're going to climb in that spoon. She goes, but after so long, she goes, climb out of it.
So she thought that when she passes, you would go back to the drugs.
Oh, I was still there, okay, but she knew I was going to go in deep and heavy.
Yes.
Okay, but she told me she was after so long, okay, she was get up out of it.
Yes.
She was and go live your life. Okay.
Oh yes.
But I ended up. I got my my disability from. I have COPD also, and. I was still doing drugs, okay? And she was right. I got even heavier on them, okay? And then, I got a back pay and I got quite a bit of money, okay? So I had a lot of money, and we'll put it this way, that a lot of money disappeared real fast within a month.
Oh, okay.
I had 10 grand, okay? And it disappeared in less than a month.
Wow.
And then I found myself with my wife's deceased wife's chihuahua, homeless in a tent.
Wow. So it was only you, the little chihuahua, in a tent.
Yep.
And the money was gone on drugs.
I still got a monthly check.
Yes.
Okay? But it was gone, and I was miserable, and I was still doing dope a little bit here and a little bit there when I could, okay? But she made me promise to take care of her kid, Lucy, the chihuahua. Oh. So, I wouldn't let go, okay? I was homeless, but I wouldn't let go of that chihuahua because it meant so much to her.
Yes.
Okay? And I ended up homeless. I walked down the street. I just, wherever I can stay, okay? I ended up in Benbrook. And, I was in View, okay? And then some people complained. And the Benbrook police told me to just, hey, out of sight, out of mind, okay? We'll try to move you someplace where, you're not in the public's eye, okay? And they did that, and it lasted for a couple of days, and then I don't know, I was just disgusted with everything. And
yes.
One day I got up and I told Lucy, I said, we're leaving, Lucy. I said, I don't know where we're going.
And Lucy's the chihuahua.
The chihuahua, yeah.
Yeah, you told, okay. Yes.
Okay, and she's just, it's just like, oh, man. But, I made a promise, but then again, I know you could have a better life, but I won't, because I made that promise. But,
yes, you promised your late wife to take care of her.
Yeah, but I just started walking down the freeway with her. I had a backpack and a chihuahua, and she started walking down the freeway.
Wow.
And I said, I don't know where we're going. we're just going. I had some food in her, bringing a little water bowl and some water and stuff for her, and then a couple of pair of clothes and everything. The tent, the zipper broke and everything, and I just left it. Okay, so it's just us. And I started walking down 820.
So you just set out on a journey, not knowing where you were going. You and the Chihuahua. Yeah.
I had no idea. I can look back now, and I know God did, but
yes.
I kept on walking, and I came up to Capstone, and that was a Saturday, and it was in 2017. I can remember it. I can't tell you what month or date, but and there was an individual here that was holding a. I have trouble saying some words.
Oh, no worries.
A seminar.
Okay.
I guess that's what you call it. Okay, about real estate.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Otherwise, Capstone wouldn't. It would have been closed on a Saturday.
Oh, yes. So they had rented it out for someone. Yes, I see.
And, when finally everybody left and this person came out, and I just, hey, look, can I get something to drink? And, just, can I have permission? I just want to sleep around back tonight, okay? Yes. And I'll be up and I'll be gone in the morning. And they kept asking me, where are you going? I said, I don't know. We're just going. You got to be going someplace.
Yes.
And I said, I don't know. We're just going.
Yes.
Tell you what, why don't you let me put you in a motel for the night? And he did, and he told me, he says, now in the morning, he goes, I'll ask you, he goes, I'll call you in the morning. He goes, and the choice is yours. He said, you can wait until checkout time and leave and keep going. He goes, or if you'd like, he goes, then we'll pick you up and you can go to our church. Well, I mean, I've got no clean clothes, okay?
Yes.
I got that Chihuahua, and I won't separate from her.
No.
I won't. So I said, I got Chihuahua, and they said, you can bring her. Okay?
Wow.
We have somebody else, okay? We have somebody else that brings a CNI dog, okay? Yes. But
so your excuses didn't work.
No, okay, but true, I wasn't going to leave her, okay? So
yes.
I find myself, okay, in the shower, at a motel in the shower, washing my clothes with clothes on, and then hanging them out so I wouldn't look too dirty the next morning. But the next morning I came to Capstone. They picked me up, him and his wife, and I came to Capstone, and there was just, I don't know, there was just a peace. I can't explain it, okay? I can't. There was just a peace I hadn't experienced, okay? And it felt like home,
Do you think it could have been the presence of God?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
I mean, he knew that day he knew long before. When I left walking down that road, he knew where I was going. He knew I was going to come to Capstone.
Yes.
I didn't, but he did. And he knew what was going to happen in the future. And, so, I mean, he knows.
Yes.
So, all I do is I trust in the Lord, and that's it, okay? One of my favorite verses is, and see if I get this right, Proverbs 3. I think it's 5 and 6. Trust in the Lord with all your heart.
Yes. Oh, yes.
So.
Because he's trustworthy.
Yes,
he never fails us. And even when you were walking down the highway, not knowing where you were going, he knew. He watched over you.
He did.
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That's beautiful.
Pastor Parky said that once when I talked to him and everything. He goes, you may have given up on God and walked away. God never gave up on you, Kenny.
No.
It's true.
So did you give your life to Jesus?
I did. Okay. I was still okay. The drugs were still there. Okay.
Yes, I understand.
And it was a fight. It was a battle. Okay.
Yes.
And when I do them and everything, okay, then I'd feel guilty. I mean, the last thing I wanted was, it was like, it's hard to explain, and people that don't know, I know now, okay, there was a battle, there was war going on.
Yes,
okay?
Of course.
There was, okay, people don't, okay, I don't care I do care if they believe or not, because it's true, there was a battle, there was going on, okay?
Definitely.
And when I get high, that's, okay, it's like, you can't, it's like that. You can't go to church, you're on drugs, okay?
Yes.
And I didn't want to, okay? And I found that, going back and forth, and I went, and I knew, okay? I knew, okay? And sometimes I go and then I got I got my apartment and I fell away. And I got sick. Literally, I got sick. Okay, I didn't know I had an ulcer, but I was sick of the dope. I was sick of the drugs because I had a lifetime of it. I mean, my entire life. Okay, I don't know. It's just I was sick and I didn't know it. Okay, and I was sick of the drugs. Okay,
Yes.
I was physically sick, which I didn't know. I had something wrong with me, my gut, and
you were sick and tired of the drugs.
I was sick and tired of the drugs.
Yes.
And I looked at what I had, I looked around me and, okay, this place is destroyed. This apartment is in pieces and everything. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I hate it. And finally, I just told her, I said, God, I hate this. I hate it. Take it.
Yes.
And he took it.
Wow.
But I had to, I didn't, I pulled my Bible out again and I started reading again and I started, I don't know. It's just,
you became desperate and you cried out to the Lord.
And he took the dope. Okay.
Yes.
He took the drugs. Okay.
Yes.
I didn't understand it. Okay. Not at that particular time. I didn't. Okay. I didn't understand it, but I do now. He took the drugs. Okay.
Would you say he took away the desire to do drugs, or did he give you the strength to resist it?
Or
maybe both.
Wow, that's a good question. Huh?
Yeah.
I've never thought about it that way, but both actually.
Yes.
The desire and the desire and he took them. Okay, I'll tell you. Okay, because I know it's kind of funny in a way, and it's not. Okay.
Yeah.
He took that away, but and I was being foolish, and the Lord knew, okay? He knew, okay?
Yes.
But I said, I'm going to hold on to my pot.
Oh. You thought you want to keep a little bit.
I like my pot. I like the way it makes me feel, okay? And pot, okay, there's nothing wrong with pot. I can take 2 or 3 little puffs or tokes, and then I'm mellow, okay? My wife, before she passed, okay, long before she got sick and everything, she goes, I like it when you smoke weed.
Oh.
And instead of the other stuff, I said, what? And she goes, you are just the most mellow person. She says, can't nobody make you mad. She says, you're just, like, hey, I don't care. But I thought I'd hold on to that, and then it just disappeared.
Wow.
It disappeared.
Yes.
And I give the Lord the credit.
Yes.
No, I just lost all desire.
Wow.
For the weed. I mean, I still had some. I had it in my closet for like 2 years. And then finally one day I just said, I know that's up there. And I kept telling myself up there, and then I'd forget about it. I said, you need to get rid of it.
Oh, good.
And then finally one day I just went and got it out and I'm dumping it in the toilet, and I went, wow. I had more than I thought I did anyway.
Did the plumbing handle that?
Oh, yeah. Okay. It took about 3 different flushes, but there went all the pot, and
Wow.
there's no regret. No, hey, drug-free, alcohol-free.
Oh, wonderful.
Tobacco. Okay, I smoked cigarettes for 50 years, and I told him I can't do this alone. I tried before and I couldn't do it. Okay. I said, I can't do this alone. I said, I need your help. But and I started gracefully trying to cut back, and it took a while, but yeah. Okay. But another thing that really bothered me and it upset me, because when I grew up, my stepfather cussed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, he cussed with
Yes.
He said certain words that I found myself saying them and everything, and then I had to ask the Lord forgiveness, because I'm sorry, I've taken your name in vain.
Oh, so you had a habit of using curse words.
Yeah, I said, I am so. I said, but I'm sorry, I'm credit and everything. I said, but my language, I cussed. Okay, I had really bad language. Okay, I cussed.
Yes.
Okay. And I told God, I said, I don't like what's coming out of my mouth.
Wow.
I don't like, and He took it.
He took
I
that
mean,
too. That's
people
wonderful.
don't understand
No.
unless, okay, he took it, okay. I spent a lifetime cussing and talking like a sailor, okay.
Yes.
I mean, but
And then it's gone.
and
Wow.
it's gone. I mean, most thing, I mean, every now and then, I'll say, dang or dang it. Or, I mean, it sounds kind of goofy, but no,
Wow.
but, yeah, he took it. And
Jesus has really been good to you, Kenny.
he has. I think that after, when I was because of the drugs and everything, I didn't know I had an ulcer, and it erupted. It literally ate a hole in my stomach all the way through it, and I was in pain that I had never been in.
That's
before.
very dangerous.
And yeah, a friend of mine, I don't like asking people for help, but I was so sick. I asked them, "Can you bring me some medicine, some Pepto, and some soup and stuff?" And they came to the door, and I just cracked the door enough to get it, and they said I looked like death, okay, but soup, Pepto-Bismol, a whole bottle, and then I'd need another one, and then soup. I couldn't keep nothing down.
Yes.
And actually, if you need, then call. But I found myself a day or two later, it ruptured, and I didn't have a choice. Okay, I called 911, ambulance straight, and then I didn't know what was going on. But that's why I say I was sick physically and the drugs. But
yes.
The doctor told me, he said, "Hey, another 40 minutes."
And you would have been dead.
Okay. And the amount of drugs I've done and everything, Jesus has been really good to me.
Yes.
Okay, I mean.
So you were under heavy bondage of all these drugs and smoking and cursing, and Jesus has set you free. Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, I mean, I get up every morning, okay? Oh, I still got my aches and my pains and everything. And then, people ask me how I said, I'm doing good. I'm happy, I said, why is that? I said, I choose to be happy. I said, because, I get up every morning and if I don't, most usually I open my blinds and I just look and I said, thank you, Lord.
Yes.
Thank you for another day.
Yes.
Just another day, okay?
And you know where you've been.
I know where I've been, and I don't condemn nobody. No. I can't, and I wouldn't if I could, okay? What hurts, I don't know, it hurts my heart. It bothers me because I can look at some people and I can see it. I can see it, and it
you can see that they're doing drugs? Or?
I can see that, I can see that they're doing drugs. I can see the road they're on, and it just, I don't know, it hurts, it bothers me, okay?
Yes.
Because I tried straddling the fence, okay?
Yes.
One foot on this side, one foot on that side, and I can tell you right now, okay, anybody that's out there that is doing that, it doesn't work.
It doesn't work, though.
It does not work. And the Lord convicted me and everything, and like I said, and He took it and everything, and it's gone.
So you would say freedom for you was giving it all to Jesus.
Yeah.
And when you tried to do a little bit of both, it didn't work.
It didn't work.
No.
No.
But giving it all to Jesus, He can set it free.
When I surrendered all.
Wow.
Yes. People can think I'm crazy. I don't care. Okay. I sit in my apartment. I live by myself. I thank God for my apartment. I have a roof.
Yes.
I have a bed to sleep in. I have food to eat. I had the Lord. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned. I'm sorry. I had the Lord first and foremost.
Yes, of course.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And then He gave me all those other things, and I thank Him for that. Okay.
Wow.
And I have Capstone. I have a new family.
Yes.
I have a lot of people that are very special.
Wow.
In my life, and I tell them, I'm sorry, excuse me.
Oh, no.
And the people out there that will watch this and hear it and everything, I tell them all the time, I say, you're a blessing that God put in my life.
Wow.
You don't know it, I said, but you're a blessing.
Yes.
No. Yeah. So.
And you were a blessing to our church.
Special.
You were a blessing to our church, Kenny.
All the Capstone.
Yes.
Their family, they're a blessing, okay? God just, the Lord blesses me every single day. Yes. Okay. That is my morning. Okay. Okay. I get up. I start my cup of coffee. Okay. And I go give the Lord the thanks. I drink my cup of coffee, and then I go into my daily devotional.
Wow.
Okay. I mean, I I don't want to start a day. That's my day. Okay. If I have something I got to do at 6 a.m., well, I'm going to get up at 4.
Wow.
Okay. Because the Lord.
You're putting the Lord first.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, like Pastor Parky said once, and I don't know. Okay. I'm not going to say his name, but the brother that picks me up and brings me to church every Sunday and Wednesday and everything. I don't know. Before Pastor Parky said it in a sermon, I was saying, I look at it this way: if it doesn't line up with God's word, it's not right. Something's not right. Okay, does it line up with God's word? And then Pastor Parky did a service, and it's just, hey, if it doesn't, it's got to line up.
Yes.
With God's word.
Yes.
And that's
so that's so important then, that you fill yourself with God's word.
And I ride the bus. Most usually I ride the bus or walk to wherever I got to go, or ride the bus, or certain people give me a ride and everything. But I get on the bus and go to the stores and places and everything, and I don't know. Because I know, because I was one of them. Okay.
Yes.
I can hear the language, which, because I used to use it, okay? And I can see people doing things they're doing, and I can hear the things being said and everything, and it does, okay? And it's the Lord, it saddens my heart.
Yes.
It does.
Yes.
Because I just wish this whole world could know the Lord and understand, okay?
Yes.
And it's just, I try not to look at, I do the negative and the positive, but, I mean, all I can do is thank the Lord for where I'm at. I try to talk to people when I have time. Well, not when I have time, but like I say, I ride the bus, I'll find myself on a big seat, and then somebody walks up or something, and I'll say, hey, can I ask you a question? And, do you believe in God? And I mean, I've got some responses, but, it's just like, I never really considered that witnessing or anything, but I just, it's just curious, and, hey, anybody out there, if you don't, you need to.
Wow.
Give your life to them.
Yes.
I mean, it's just, I see people, and they'll ask me how I'm doing, and I say, I'm happy. Yes. The Lord gave me another day. I'm happy. I'm blessed. I walked out the store one day, and the guy asked me how I was doing, and I said, I'm blessed. And I'm not going to repeat what he said back. No. Okay? Because he didn't agree.
But your life is, you're a testimony just by your life. We talked about, Pastor Michael talked about Lazarus, being resurrected from the dead. He didn't have to say a lot. Just walking around was a testimony to God's power. And I think it's the same with you. Just seeing you here in church, worshiping, and you're not cursing, you're not on drugs. Your life is a testimony to what Jesus can do.
Jesus changed my entire life.
Yes.
It's just, okay, I mean, we got to do our part too, okay?
Yes.
It's just, because I see other people on things on TV and they'll say, well, I tried it, okay? Well, I asked, okay? Okay, well, yes, okay. How long did you give it? And, I'm sorry. Did you do your part? The Lord ain't it's not a magic genie. It's not a fix-all. I still go through this. I go through that.
Yes.
But I don't have a bad day. It doesn't matter, okay?
No.
Things happen, okay? I'm still going to thank the Lord.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I am.
Yes.
Because I know, okay, I should not be sitting here today.
No.
I shouldn't. For the life I've lived, the drugs I've done, I shouldn't be here. And I give the Lord the credit.
Yes, God has been so good.
The glory, the honor, I give him all praise.
Wow, that's wonderful. Do you have any advice that you want to give to maybe people who are stuck in addictions or anyone just?
It's a dead-end road, it's darkness.
Yes.
People don't, it's just bad. I know I didn't listen, okay? There was people in my life and things that have happened, and I wish I would have listened, okay? But it's a dead-end road. It's darkness, okay? But I can tell you one thing. You can trust the Lord. You can trust Jesus.
Yes.
And talk to Him. Ask forgiveness. Give your heart to the Lord.
It's never too
All
late.
your heart, your faith, and your love, your trust.
Yes.
Okay. And He'll bring you through it. Okay. I know He did me.
Yes.
He did me because probably half the people I've known throughout my years. Okay. Most of them probably, I don't know if they're alive or not.
No.
But if you could back up and you could go tell some of the people that knew me back when I was in my 20s or 30s, hey, he's still alive, they'd look at you and laugh.
Oh, really? Yes.
They say, he's been gone, he's been dead a long time. That guy ain't alive. Okay, but by the Lord's, yes, I am.
No hopeless cases.
No, there is no hopeless case. I mean, God He can save anybody.
Yes.
I mean, I know what the Lord's done for me, okay?
Yes.
And
it's never too late, because you came to the Lord quite late in life, and you are a proof that it's never too late.
No, it's not. Okay.
Habits that have been formed during a lifetime, Jesus can break them.
And yeah, He took me. Well, He knew. Okay, it's like I don't understand why. He knew. Okay, at this point in your life, son. Okay, I know what you're going to do. He knows.
He knows.
He knows. Yeah, but it's just. I wish and pray everybody would give their life.
Yes.
I do. Cause it's just.
You love Him?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes, I do. And I tell people, okay, when I pass from this life to the next one,
yes,
I'm going to see Jesus' smiling face.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, so you have a wonderful hope, haven't you?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yep. So.
Thank you, Kenny, for sharing your story. It's a wonderful testimony of God's amazing power where He can restore anyone. God bless you.
God bless you, and I thank you. I thank the Lord, and I thank you.
Yes, we thank Jesus. Amen.
Amen.